Hey guys, welcome back to Nexapy Technologies. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can send HTML email campaigns with Python. So I already have my HTML code file here. This is what we are sending. This is my HTML file. And I also have my credentials here where I have my email address, the sending email address, and my app password. So I'm using Gmail SMTP server. So we need to import the SMTP library. We use import SMTP lib. Okay. We also import email multipath. So from email.mime.multipath, we import mime multipath. We also import mime text from email.mime dot mime text mime dot text import mime text. Okay, and I also need to import my credentials where I have the email address and my app password. So from credential, import email address and my password. My email address and password is already in this credential.py file. So I'm importing from here. So now let's create a dev function to load the HTML template. So dev load template. Okay, takes template part. Okay, now so we use the file opener, Python file opener. It open template file, read mode. So we can also specify encoding as well. Can just put encoding to UTF-8. Yeah, UTF-8. Okay, as file. Okay, we need to read the file. So return file.read. So we need to read the file before it can send. So return file.read. So this is the function for the template, for the HTML template to load. So let's create the function for sending the email. Okay, def function for sending email. Let's say send email. It should take the sender email address, the sender email, the app password, the recipient. Yeah, we need the recipient as well. The recipient's email. Okay, what do we need again? The subject. We need the subject and the HTML content. So this is all we need. Okay. So we use message to handle the multipath, the from, the to, and the subject. So we can say let's create a variable message, my multipath. Okay. So we can now say message from. Okay. It should be in the F should be in capital letter. From. This should be the sender email address. Okay. MSG 2. Okay. The recipient email. The recipient email. Okay. And the also MSG subject. Also need the subject. Subject. Okay. Let's just give it a subject title. Okay, let's pass subject to it first. Subject. Let's change this to recipient email because we are sending to each recipient. So recipient email. Okay. So we have created the function for sending the email now. So let's attach the HTML file with the content we are sending. So to do that, we say msg.attach. Okay, mime text. We are using mime text. Okay, so the mime text we take the HTML content and the subtype. So the HTML content, that's the file, the HTML content, and the subtype is HTML. Okay, the subtype is HTML. So this should be in quotes. Okay. Okay, good. So we can now use the try function to connect to the SMTP server. So we have created the function to send mail now. So we can now use the exception, try an exception to connect to server. So we can say try s server is equals to SMTP lib, the library we imported .smtp. Okay, you can just say smtp.server.smtp. The Gmail SMTP server is smtp.gmail.com. So, and the port 587. This is for the TLS. So 587, this is what we are using. So we start the TLS. So it says server dot start TLS. Okay, this is it. Then okay, let's say print server started. Server start. Okay, can have it like this. And we can also log in. Now, if we want to log in, we say server.login. Since the server started, so we need to log in to the server. Server.login. So we are logging in with the sender email address and app password. So sender email address and the password. Okay. So now that we have logged in, let's print the function to say server. Okay, let's say server login. Yeah, you can say server login or user login. So we can say let's say user login. Okay. Now that we have done this, so we need to create a function to send. Since we have logged in, the next thing is for us to send the mail. So let's send the mail using server.sendMail. So server.sendMail, send mail, and it will take the sender email address, and the recipient email and message. This should be there as strings. This should be there. So always include message at string as string. So this should be there. So what next do we need to do? Let's have a print function to print the email was successfully sent. So we can just say print email sent. Okay, sent to, okay, let's have a F string here. Sent to recipient email. Yeah. So we can have it like this. Okay, good. So let's have our exception. Exception as E. Okay, so we can track the error. Print field. You can say print field to send email to the recipient email, and the error log. Let's have it like this. Okay, the error log. Let's put it in F string. So we can also check the error. So okay, good. So now we are done with our coding. So let's specify the file and the sender email address and password. So now we can say if name, this is just a normal Python. So if name is equals to main underscore main is true, we can say sender email address should be what? Sender email address, sender email equals to the email address. Yeah. So sender email address, this equals to email address, and the password. What do we have again? Password. Our password should be password. We already have all this before. It's already imported. I already told you that my credential is in the credential.py file. The email address and the password, they are there. So you can replace it with your own as well. So after that, we also specify the subject. Okay, subject. Let's give the subject, just say join our YouTube community. Okay, join our YouTube community. Okay, the template. Yeah, the template part. We need to say the template part. Template part. The template part should be file. So the template file is email templates.html. Yeah, this file. Already have it here already. So that's all we need to do. So we need to use a for loop as well. We need to use a for loop so to send it as bulk. So we can send email as bulk. So we can just define a recipient, recipient, recipient. Let's put it in a dictionary, in a list. Yeah, let's say email in a dictionary. Email, let's give it an email. Okay, let me give it the email. I'm using Nexapy technologies.com. I'll be using my email at gmail.com. Okay, let me specify another email. Email. Okay, email. You can say okay, I'm using my email. So what else do we need to do? The template. Okay, we have loaded the template. Okay, this is the template file. So we need to load the template so we can send it using the for loop. So now let's say template. Okay, now let's say template should be equals to load. Yeah, the function we created. The load template should take the part. This is the template part. So we are putting it there. Template part. This is the template part. We are putting it there. So it's loading the template part. So now what else again do we need to do? Let's create our for loop then. Yeah, for loop. So we can say for recipient. Recipient, yeah, in recipients. Okay, for each recipient, we can say HTML content, or HTML content will be content because of the template. Yeah, the template we loaded. Okay, and our function for sending the email, send email. So the send email takes the sender email address and the password, the recipient. Yeah, the recipient, each recipient. So each each recipient, and the subject, okay, and the HTML content. So we have them all. We already specified it. So this is all the code for it. So let's run our code to check it out. Okay, server started, user login, email sent to Nexapy Technologies. Okay. Okay, email sent. So let's check our email. The email is successfully sent. Let's check if we receive. Okay, I received an email. Join our YouTube channel, which is the subject. Okay, yeah, this is it. So I was able to. Hello, we hope you enjoy our content. We're excited to share even more amazing videos on technologies and innovation. So, guys, thank you for watching my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, thank you.